Up, guys? I have the mini 80-pound pistol crossbow, the cheap thing from eBay. I got it for $30. It was in an auction. I won it. $30 with free shipping. It came with a whole pack of bolts, and then there was 3 bolts in the box that came with it. So I don't know, over a dozen or so bolts. But I got an idea how to, your compound bows usually have quivers that you can attach your, your arrows to, or you carry them in your quiver. But anyway, I wanted to attach them to this, so I got the idea of putting some goop on this bottom rail. Now this is pretty much done, so I'll roll in some pictures to show you what it looked like before I started. Okay, so what I did is these arrows measure 6.2 millimeters, and so does a 1/4-inch bolt. So I went with the same size because this rubber's kind of grippy and pliable. I did try a size smaller, and it made the arrow too tight to go in. And to do that, would push the goop out. The goop's essentially acting like a grommet right now. The one hole I did get a little too deep. I'm going to have to repair that, but okay. Anyway, you can probably see it in there. This hole here. Okay, so basically that's just rubber, and like I said, you want to get it on the outside so it works like a grommet. But I'm right-handed, so I'll put these in right-handed. I don't know, it seems to work. You definitely take a little tension to go in there, and I'm sure they'll loosen up. I didn't really care much for what it looked like as long as it worked. Alright, that one I just put in was the really loose one. I got to repair that. Okay, so if I can square these up. There we go. Now you can carry 6 on board, maybe 7, 8, or 9 and 10. I don't know. These last ones are kind of small. I didn't want to mess with them. I figured there wouldn't be enough glue after drilling through it, but and with this third one, or the middle one, that's kind of what happened. I think it was just a little too small. That's why I pulled the top part off. Anyway, that's what I'm left with. So now I can cock it. Incidentally, this thing is a beast. I'm sure you already know or have one. That's why you're watching this video. But if you're coming to this video and you know nothing about this, this is an 80-pound Cobra pistol crossbow. It's just a tiny little thing, but it is powerful. I'll throw some shots and I'll show you just how powerful it is. It's pretty powerful. Anyway, you cock it, you pull this lever, push this lever down, and I hold it from the front and put it over my knee, and that's how you cock it. Once it's cocked, the safety's on. This is the safety. It's actually back. You think it'd be forward, but it's back is the safe. And then you would take your bolt, set it in there, and then when you're ready to fire, that little bar you push forward, and that takes the safety off. Okay, now it's ready to fire. I don't know what to shoot at. I gotta shoot at something. I don't know. These things do stick. I'll shoot for that computer. I don't know. I'll have to go see what I did. First try, I put tape on the bottom and glued the top. You want to make sure you get it over the top so it's in between and so it sits on this rail. Okay. Okay, and then the bottom was flush. So I put another layer of goop in there and tried to cover around the holes. What I want it to act like is a grommet. That goop gets like hard rubber. It actually gets pretty hard, but it stays kind of pliable, like real hard rubber. So that's what I did. So now I'm going to drill some holes and see if I can get it to hold a few bolts. Okay, so I glued 3 ports. There's 5 here. I figured 3 is enough, the 3 bigger ones. This stuff's kind of goofy to drill through because it's so soft, but you just drill through it, run the drill back and forth. You'll get a couple boogies on the side. Just cut them off or pull them off if they're loose. The holes won't be clean, but that's good. That works to our advantage. So here I've drilled 4 holes. I'm going to drill another 2. And then we'll see how they fit. The bolts from the picture you'll see measure 6.3 millimeters, which comes out to a 1/4 inch drill bit. If you have standard American drill bits, you need a 1/4 inch drill bit. That's the same size, but that's good because that'll get us to here. Let's just even try one here. Doing this one handed. Yep, that's pretty snug, but it goes in there. Let's get the other 2 holes drilled and we'll load it up. Okay, here's the 4 holes or 6 holes I drilled. On this hole, for some reason, it pulled part of the goop away from the rail here, top of the rail. So I tried it, narrow fits in there, it's a little loose. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little glue in there, a little goop, and let it dry, and it should be fine and once it dries. Okay, so again, if you watch my other video, you'll know I only have a small tripod. So I'm going to do this best way I can. This is the pack that came with it. I took 3 out of here, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 that came outside of the box and 3 came inside the box, so a total of 15. But I shut the front of that computer and it broke. Now I could probably super glue that, but it's just probably going to break again. What's neat about these are the tips. I had to think of the tips unscrew. Anyway, I made I bought a bunch of arrows off eBay, junky ones, assorted lots. Needed fletching, knocks, tips, and I did that so I could learn, you know, how to fletch, what to fletch, which fletch is better, you know, the rotation, you know, the spacing, the different tips you can get. Anyway, I had an arrow that was bent, aluminum one. So I thought I'll make a bolt for that mini crossbow. So I did. Now this is I can put a field or this is a field tip. I can put a broadhead on that if I want. Basically, all I did with the knock. Okay, you can see that's like a half moon. I just stuck that against the corner of my grinding wheel, like at a 90 degree to the corner. So it's kind of like a square. I can't see where the camera. Okay, it's kind of like a square, like I said, or you know what I mean. If you look at it from the way I looked at it, it's like a 90 degree angle. Let's put it that way. So you put it on the end of the grinding wheel just for a little bit, and it cuts that little knock in there. Now I just put the fletching on kind of by eye. I used fletching tape, and then I super glued it just to make sure. You know, things I'm learning. Anyway, we're going to shoot a field tip, and we're going to shoot one of them little ones through my target down there, and we'll go see which one penetrated better. I'm going to load that back up. See, I got my onboard quiver. Let's cock it first. Now you get one of these and assemble them. It is hard to string this up. Some people say you need 2 people. You just need a bigger arm, that's all. You can do it. Or different leverage. Figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to shoot. I think I'm just going to stand to the side. I'm not sure if we'll pick up. Okay, I hit way low on that one. Alright. Now, let's shoot the bolt I made. Now, the fletching won't go through the top. And yeah, I can do it. This is the way you got to do it because it's too long. It's long. You got to put it in like that, and then you got to actually pick up on this spring because this is a bigger arrow. Well, it's a bolt now. All right, let's see. We got her in there now. And you can see my field tip sticks out the front. I could put a broadhead on that if I want, and I did try a broadhead. It didn't get any more penetration or less. It probably would get more penetration on an animal, but let's shoot this now. This arrow is, a lot bigger diameter, and it's longer and it's heavier. So let's see what it does. Hopefully I can hit about the same spot. Nah, the other side of the target. Or the other top of the hole. Let's go see. Okay, that's what you see on this side. As you can see, they penetrated about the same. Almost exactly the same. Okay, so I repaired my hole. I just gotta wait a day or two for it to dry. Now when I put my goop in, the first time I waited a day, and then I touched the other side. I took my tape off and touched up the bottom side, and I waited another day or 2 days. But it might actually take 3 or 4 days for this stuff to really get hard, and that's probably be better to wait a little longer. Maybe I should read the instructions, but if it was a little bit harder, it would be just a little bit easier. It's kind of funny to drill. It's like drilling a gummy bear. But anyway, what do you think of that? Yay, nay? You don't have to carry them. There's 6 of them. I don't know if you get any more in them smaller ones or not. But let me know what you think. And the penetration test. And I don't know if I have a broadhead here. No. Hey, thanks for watching.